Cities are getting smarter. Soon, everything from office buildings to dumpsters will be connected. How? By using our wireless networks, which are about to get a major boost with 5G.
Anything that we use today that's part of urban infrastructure can be connected to sensors that can feed back information about traffic, about weather, about density in pedestrians.
Meet Kim, Axios Cities correspondent. Those sensors she mentioned, before they're everywhere, cities will need to deploy 5G broadly. And how that happens will affect everyone, whether they live here or here.
While getting 5G networks quickly is a national priority, the details are really handled at a very local level.
In order for traffic lights and cars to talk to each other, cities need lots of little antennas called small cells to carry 5G signals.
The challenge for telecom companies is that they no longer can rely on just a dozen or so huge tall towers to cover an area. Instead, they need thousands, if not tens of thousands, of small cells in order to carry 5G signals.
This is where things get complicated.
The telecom carriers have to work directly with the city government to negotiate placement and fees associated with hooking up those small cells.
Things like streetlights, bus shelters, street signs, and buildings.
The problem with that is cities are very protective of their city infrastructure. They want to make sure that they're not blocking anything important. They're not interfering with other systems that the city uses or other infrastructure.
And negotiating all of that for thousands of small cells takes a lot of time. Too much time, according to the telecom providers who lobbied the FCC.
The FCC came out in September 2018 with a small cell order. This order limited the amount of time a city could take to make a decision on the location of a small cell, and also limited the fees that a city could charge a telecom carrier for placing the small cell there.
Dozens of cities sued the FCC over that order. But this August, the FCC won the lawsuit, and the small cell order stands.
So local officials are also getting pushback from residents who want to limit the number of small cells near them, even though they say that they want 5G service in their towns.
Make no mistake, residents will be impacted by these negotiations, and not only by having tons of small cells in their neighborhoods. It's also a matter of access. Some residents will get it, others won't.
The digital divide has persisted since the dawn of the internet. Unfortunately, it has a tendency to get worse as technology advances.
Enter 5G.
Telecom carriers looking to deploy 5G are most likely to go into affluent areas first. That means downtown areas where there are a lot of workers, or areas in more wealthy neighborhoods. What that means is that lower income neighborhoods will have to wait quite a while before the 5G networks are deployed near them.
Cities understand these disparities, and some are getting creative.
San Jose struck a deal with the carriers that wanted to build out small cells in their city. The companies would get a discount on access to infrastructure for their small cells in exchange for a commitment to build out 5G infrastructure in unserved parts of town. However, it's unclear if this type of arrangement will be able to stand under the small cell order the FCC passed almost 2 years ago. The fastest way to get 5G to the most amount of people and in a quick period of time is to do it first in cities.
Cities will be the first to deploy 5G. How they do it will set the standards for 5G deployment everywhere. And if we aren't careful, more people will be left behind.
The applications enabled by 5G could very well be revolutionary, but if it's not done carefully and thoughtfully, it could actually widen the digital divide that already exists today